Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and the controversy has not diminished at all about the new Mythic Edition Guilds of Ravnica, or Guilds of Ravnica, whatever the hell they're calling it. I don't know. The Guilds of Ravnica cookie tin. How about that? Put some cookies in it. Maybe you can use it for your sewing supplies afterwards, and, you know, us fat boys who play this game, we love cookies. Wizards, for $250, you better put at least some Oreos in there. I'm just saying, that would have diffused this entire situation. People would have been like, okay, this negative thing, that negative thing. But there's cookies in it, though, and they've never done that before. Oh my god, you guys. Gingerbread cookies in the shape of planeswalkers. I'd buy that. So point number one, clearly they should have put cookies in it. Point number two, and these are all things that were not addressed in the first video. The first video, I tried to keep it just to, here it is as a product, what was the intent, why are they doing it, and what are people complaining about? You know, that sort of thing. And then how valid is it, and will it really do this, will it really do that, will it be this bad, and what is it really for, and, you know, etc. Now, since the debate is all over the place with this, we have to go wider. So the one thing that, you know, I almost wish I would have mentioned in the first video, but hey, I'm making a second one. You can't support your local gaming store because your local gaming store can't get these. Now think about it this way, okay, if you want these, you really, really want them, and you have the money because you won $10,000 on, I was going to say a Powerball, I don't think that's one of them. Oh no, 50 grand I think is one of the prizes. But okay, you've got the money and you're willing to spend it. I won't judge, just kidding, I just did and I'm going to keep doing it. You should be spending your money elsewhere and you're bad at money management. But setting that aside, okay, you want to support your local gaming store and you're willing to pay, you know, extra $10 to get a box, well, one, now with no shipping, and two, securely delivered to your hands instead of your front porch where somebody steals it. But also you like to still have a place to play, so you want them to, you know, make the, what, $50 profit or whatever on a box. Actually, that seems high. So you buy your products sealed and singles, first and foremost from your LGS. Well, now with this, you can't. You absolutely cannot do that. No distributor is getting a single copy of these. They are being distributed, and the fulfillment center is Hasbro's e-commerce system in their warehouse, I assume, unless they're drop shipping them from Wizards' old warehouse, which I think they shut down. Remember, they killed their direct sales program. So that's the only place to get them. That's it. And it's limit 2 per person. So even if your store is like, we're going to pick these up for $250 and sell them for $250 just to save face so that we have them, you know, just there they are, you know. Well, there's all 2 of them, which, I mean, would they even sell more than 2? But their chances of getting them before they sell out in the first 60 seconds is practically 0. So let's just say it's an impossibility that your local gaming store can carry them. That is stupid. So, okay, you've got Nexus of Fate. Oh my god, go to your local gaming store. It's the only place to get Nexus of Fate. I mean, yeah, you could buy a single, but whatever. It's the only place to get it. Oh my god, buy a box. And I heard, oh my gosh, did that increase box sales? The word on the street is the distributors are saying, hey, everybody called us up like after even the pre-release, because remember, you could buy 1 box at the pre-release, that's a new policy, and you would get the buy box promo. Well, they were like sold out of boxes before the release even happened, and so they had to get sent more if there was even more to go around, which M19 there was. That never sold out, still hasn't. So yay, they make a change that, you know, heavily benefits local gaming stores. Then the invention of Standard Showdown and the completely zero cost, 100% free as far as I know, packs, the prize packs. And those packs are worth like 17 to 25 bucks on the open market. Oh my gosh. So you get those, that helps people show up, and it lets you run another event, and you can even charge $5 for the event if you wanted. So boom, they're helping local gaming stores. And then, I don't know, they've made like 5 to 10 other steps in the last 2 years that have really benefited local gaming stores. And then they've made like 10 more that absolutely stomp them in the nuts. They refuse to do anything about those complete assholes, those douchebags, those pieces of human garbage that run sports and more on eBay and move like, what, 5% of all Magic products upon release for like $1 profit and ruin the entire economy, ruin the singles prices, ruin the entire release single-handedly. They won't stop those assholes because it's damaging local gaming stores. You can't compete with $78 boxes. You really can't. Well, then MTG Arena, somewhat direct competition with the LGS, sort of. Oh, but then they also said, well, you can get free stuff in Arena for attending real-world events. Like, they have already confirmed if you go to a pre-release, you'll get a redeemable code thingy that lets you get something for free in Arena. They already said they're going to do that. Well, there you go, forcing people to show up at the LGS. Whoa, beneficial to the LGS. You're still killing local gaming stores. You're still, at the end of the day, as much as you're helping them, you're setting them back 2 more steps, okay, every time they take a step forward. So then there's this. Okay, let's say that somebody who's kind of new to the game but has a ton of money and they're kind of into it, you know, they're just like, oh, I got expendable income. And they buy collectibles, they like promos, you know, whatever. They buy, you know, 3 boxes every time the set comes out. Whatever. They don't tend to get stuff online. They'll trade for it. You know, if they absolutely had to, they would, but they don't like online. Well, now they're like, oh, the only place to buy this is online. Well, now what if they get used to that? They're like, wow, that was really convenient. And I got, you know, 1% cash back on my credit card and, you know, maybe I should buy more stuff online. Let's look. I wonder what a box normally costs. Oh, then they go on, you know, whatever, eBay or some other vendor, and they're like, oh, I can get boxes way cheaper. And what if they're not that passionate about, you know, supporting the local gaming store? Not everybody makes that their first and foremost thing, especially if the people who run it are dicks. I get what they're doing. It's the, what do they call that? Like the get them in the door doctrine or something. I don't know. There's some term for it where, like, even if you literally have to just give something away, like be like, stop in for a completely free whatever at your place, they looked up where it is in Google Maps, they drove there, they are in the place, and they're looking around. There's a benefit to that, even if the result is we just lost $1 on a free thing. There is value to that because, you know, it wouldn't really call it cross-promotion when the thing you're giving them is free, but you're cross-promoting everything else they're looking at. And especially if there's a line or a wait or whatever, then they're looking around at your inventory and, you know, now they're familiar with it. They've been there. They've met the staff. They know it's a nice place. Oh, boy, that's interesting. So the website version of that is basically, well, they go to, you know, Hasbro's toy, whatever the hell website. I don't care. I'm not going to buy one. And then, oh, look at this. Oh, other recommended items. Oh, look what's on sale. Oh, they have this board game. Oh, I didn't know Hasbro sold this. Oh, they have these little other things. And, you know, maybe they'll order 2 things, 3 things. Oh, if I order above $300, I get free shipping. You know, maybe they'll do a deal like that. This is pure internal cross-promotion. This may very well have been Hasbro's idea, or at least partially. And I think it was kind of like to go along with them ditching the direct sales program, because they still wanted to direct sell things because that's a lot of money. They just changed the type to a horribly overpriced product, which, let's get to that for a second. So unfair to the local gaming stores because you can't buy it there, you have to go online. And then what if people are like a little too used to buying things online then after this? Not good. Now other people are like, $250 for a box of 24 boosters, that's not a very good deal. I think these might be the same people who said, oh, 3 packs for $19.99 with the gift box, that's not a very good deal. Okay, listen up, anybody stupid enough to think that, because I'm going to say this one more time. Get it through your thick skulls. There are other things in the product. This is not a booster box. There are other things in the box than boosters. Oh, fat packs, those are like $4.30 per booster. That's not a very good price. There's a die and a land pack and a book containing a list of all the cards and a poster and whatever else they're putting in it these days. I'm sure I missed something. If you want that, buy that. So no, this isn't 24 packs for $250. You'd have to be some special kind of idiot to actually even make that statement. I think Rudy said something similar to that, actually. So there you go. There's a good example. By the way, his entire video was just like misinformation and completely like misinformed opinions all strung together. Unbelievable. Yes, it's a dick move. Yes, it's a bad product. Yes, the way they're distributing it is idiotic. But like literally everything else in that video was wrong. So good job, Rudy. This is what happens when you try to like deal with stuff and make videos about stuff that you don't play on a regular basis. You have no idea what's going on with the game or standard of the meta or at the local game store level or with other players or the community or anything. You kind of have to play the game to know what the hell you're talking about. I think he even said in the video that like it's going to be all casual people buying this and not like high level people who are way into Magic. What? So anyway, if you were to add up the foil, obviously mythic, you know, planeswalkers that are in it right now, just the original regular art foils, it's, I don't even remember what it is, because, and you'll never get an accurate number because they all just went down, but it was way over the remaining value. So I think it's like $95 worth of boosters. Okay, cool. And then on top of that, you get the Planeswalker cards. So just the existing ones were more than $155. I know that. I mean, I checked, I added it up. I did a quick little thing on just one random website. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, Card Kingdom puts them at, I don't know, 2 something, I think it was. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of value. So it's not like they're ripping you off. You're actually getting more value than what you're paying money for. So is it a bad product in the value sense? No, not at all. I mean, people saying, oh, it's a bad value. You don't even get 36 boosters. You get 24. And all you get is these crappy cards, which are worth a fortune on the secondary market. I mean, forget about scalping and what that's going to do to the price and how badly collectors want these. Oh, and hell, let's rip apart something else Rudy said. Oh, as soon as they call it collectible, it's not. Well, except for every From the Vault ever. Okay, there was like 1 or 2 that were garbage. But they're like, these are limited edition collectible. Yeah. And Modern Masters 1, yes, it turns out. Modern Masters 2, yeah, it turns out, yeah, that was pretty limited and worth a lot. Like, they did print less of it. For God's sake, Rudy, you have some of the print volumes from the Master sets. You know that they're literally limited, like, compared to standard. Limited edition San Diego Comic-Con cards, have you looked at the price of some of those lately? Holy crap, yes. When they call something limited edition, in almost every case in recorded history in Magic, they are not kidding. Have you seen like the Fire and Ice deck or that other one, Graveborn? Holy crap, are those worth a pile of money. Any of the premium deck series, those things are worth so much money. So I have a feeling because these are $250 and they have just like a collectible use, and I wouldn't say no practical use, but like I said, are you really going to use these in an actual deck? I mean, maybe, but damn. I mean, every Magic player is going to buy GRN, okay? Not every Magic player is going to buy this. So do you lower the print numbers to match that? Yes. It's just how limited. And is this one of those BS ones like Eternal Masters where it's limited by the number they want to print after they run out and it's still worth something? Oh gee guys, it's limited by how many times we hit Control P and Enter, which once again is not how they do that at all. In fact, the equipment at those print facilities is much older than that from what I hear. So, I mean, if you're going to buy this to sit on it, or you're going to buy it because you want them, but also you care about the value, the future value, and the day one value, you're actually getting a pretty good product. And keep in mind the golden rule about this, if you just want to play the game, you are under zero obligation to pick these up. You don't need these at all. You only need them if you really, well, nobody needs them. You want them if you want them. That's it. They're completely separate from playing the game. Oh, you want one of the new Planeswalkers to be your Brawl Commander and you want him to be shiny? Great, that's your problem. You could just as easily play with the way cheaper one. So I think that Teferi's like $100. Some numbers I was seeing were like above 300, like on day one potentially, like on a really good optimistic view. These would be worth that much in addition to $94 worth of boosters. So it's the greatest product ever. How wonderful of Wizards to grace us with this like immediate 2-for-1 double up on your money, right? It's the best product ever. They should do it again. Hell no. I am like 100% against this. I mean, if you live in Europe, screw you. That's your policy? If you live in Asia or South America, you can't buy this? Middle finger to you guys? What the hell is that, Wizards? You didn't think that might piss people off? And did you not know that, like, virtually every copy of From the Vault was scalped by somebody who luckily picked it up? You cannot say that you didn't know that this product would be scalped and that, like, 50% of the gross profit would go into the hands of middlemen. Like, you know this. This is not news to you. That should have sent this so far back to the drawing board that it turns into a stick figure just saying, with a little thought bubble, what should we make? People are going to be putting these in Ziploc bags, they're going to put them in a backpack, and they're going to swim across the Rio Grande to sell these in Mexico. Like, what did you think was going to happen, Wizards? Oh, it's cool though, guys. It's all cool. It's all good. Limit 2 per person. Bitch, do you know what a VPN is? Do you know what family members with credit cards are? Because I know what that is. Oh, and here's the best one yet. You want everybody to come away pissed off even if they got one? I heard that their whatever Hasbro Toy Portal website thing is some outdated, antique, barely working pile of garbage on a good day. Okay? We ain't talking Black Friday or whatever the hell crazy D-Day you want to call it when they drop this product. Their servers are going to be a molten pile of steel, okay? People love showing up to a glitchy, non-working piece of crap while they're desperately trying to beat everybody else when they stayed up till 2 a.m. because it's midnight your time or however the hell they're doing this. and then not be able to get it because the website's down for 3 hours. Then it's 5 in the morning, their order finally goes through, and they're not even happy about it. They're pissed off that it took them 3 hours of hitting, F5, which I'm sure is helping mitigate the situation. Oh, that'll do great things for the server load. So let's break this down. Anybody in Europe or anywhere else that you can't buy this from, they finally get it in their hands, and they're still pretty pissed about what they had to pay, how long they had to wait, and how Wizards treated them. Then the people who actually got it for personal use are like, yay, they're happy, except they're pissed off because the website crashed, everything went to crap, and they're not even sure if their order went through until the next day. And they get orders, or this happens on Black Friday all the time with other sites. They get an email that says your order went through, then they get another email saying, oh, sorry, our system had a glitch, we oversold, yours didn't actually go through, it was actually sold out. Our bad. That'll piss them off. But the people who actually did get it, they went through probably hours of hassle waiting for this damn website to work and just laggy crap and having to re-click and waste all their time. So they're pissed off even if they get it. Then everybody who didn't get the product is pissed off because they didn't get the product. Let me think, who would actually be happy in this scenario? Because you pissed off the local gaming stores, you pissed off the distributors, you pissed off the big single sellers, you're probably pissed off at anybody who sells anything Magic related, like Card Kingdom and all that, because they won't get their hands on these. You pissed off anybody who went to their local gaming store thinking that they would have this in stock because they just heard it was a thing and said, oh cool, I want that, but didn't really look into it. They're going to be mad. Wizards themselves and Hasbro are going to be pissed off. See, you thought I was going to say they'd be happy because, oh, it sold out and they made a ton of money and $250 a pop. Wow, lucky them. No, when it sells out within like 5 minutes, they're going to say, oops, we probably could have sold more. I mean, that's a given. It's just a matter of how much more. We could have sold double. We could have sold triple. Whoopsies. We left money on the table. Oh, sorry. That'll go over well at the Hasbro, whatever the hell meeting thing they have about stuff like this. So Wizards, Hasbro, all the customers and people who get it and don't get it, all the distributors, all the store owners, and all the players are all going to be pissed about this product. Good job, guys. So anything I said in its defense is just to clarify people talking out their ass who don't know what they're talking about. And they're choosing the wrong hill to die on with, oh, but this, and no, you're wrong. There are reasons to hate this product, and there are reasons it's a disaster, but there are also reasons that it was designed properly. It is a good product, sort of. It has a good value return. I mean, there's benefits. It's just it's completely overshadowed by all the negative. This is a disaster of a product. Don't get me wrong. It's just if you hate it and you're gonna tear it apart online, know what you're talking about, get the details straight, and hate it for the right reasons. So I can almost guarantee that this is not the last time we're going to talk about this, because as soon as the release comes out and people get on social media and whine about, oh, look at this screenshot from eBay, oh, $700, this is bullshit. Oh, I thought I got mine, but then the order was canceled. Oh, I did get mine, but I wanted 3 and I only got 2. Okay, anybody who says that can shut up. Oh, I'm going to cover the backlash from this one. If you're thinking they're going to cancel it due to all of the negative press, I got news for you. I'd say there's a 95% chance that it's already printed and sitting in a warehouse right now. Now, I can also tell you that if they sat down right now and said, okay, this is already going to be a disaster, let's print 5 times the amount we were normally going to, and let's just drop it to $200. Because then people would be like, well, damn, I'm getting like $300 worth of Planeswalkers and $100 worth of packs. Maybe I can tolerate the rest of this. Maybe it would just help their image in the product a little tiny bit. It's almost like beyond saving, but if they wanted to take a step, that would be it. Make sure enough people can get it and discount it. And since I said this is a bad product, do I think they just shouldn't have come out with it? No, I think they should come out with something that takes advantage of the whales, the big spenders, the collectors, the people who want to buy something Magic related that is not necessarily directly involved in building a deck and playing the game. And do I think they could be oversized cards? Like they could take the 50 most commonly played commanders and put them all in a set. Big old stack of oversized foil cards, maybe double thick, obviously not standard playable, but they'd represent, they'd be like a proxy for the one you already own. And it would be any oversized card that hasn't been printed as an oversized card already, obviously. They could sell that, and people would buy it. I mean, that's money. That's straight money. Nobody has to buy it. It's purely cosmetic, purely for the show-off types, for the collector types who really love their commander, whatever, just want something really cool to put up on the wall. By the way, 50 would be way too high, but you know, even 15, the top 15 like hot commander, you know, legendary cards, all oversized pack, and sell it for $15. I mean, $1 a piece. Nobody would really complain about that. If you're like, oh, I'm not into that, nobody could really legitimately say anything bad about that. And remember, Ultra Pro came out with those really cool life counters, the double spinners that go from 0 to 99. Very popular. They flew off the shelves. I've heard a couple stores worldwide, and honestly even in my area, selling them above MSRP and still selling out. You don't need them, but I mean, if you're running like an all cats deck and you want like a foil cat, you know, spin down life counter thingy, or double spinner, I guess you would say, you know, maybe you're gonna buy it, which is exactly what I did, by the way. And, you know, obviously people buy fancy sleeves, fancy deck boxes, you know, custom wood, whatever. You know, it's people are willing to spend money on Magic outside of just the decks if they have the money, or that's just what they're into. If you want a cool, you know, custom handmade wooden deck box, I mean, yeah, if you want to buy that, that's cool, whatever. But none of that money goes to Wizards. I mean, they have like a licensing deal with Ultra Pro, I think, but other than that, I mean, you're letting Ultra Pro make all the money on the playmats and the everything else. So what they need is a collectible, you know, and they've done, like I said, pop vinyls. Very, very, very smart. They've done Planeswalker pop vinyls, and I heard those sold pretty darn good. They need to monetize the fancy people who like fancy items, the collectors, which obviously there's a huge crossover there, and the whales, the people who have way too much money. So if they want to stop leaving money on the table and stop letting Ultra Pro pocket all the money, they needed to do something. It's just, this is what they came up with? Wow, wrong answer, Wizards. This could not have been a more botched release with completely just tone-deaf, ignorant idiocy in the way that it's being distributed. I mean, I get why they did it. I get why they handed it off to them. I get why they priced it the way they did. I get why they boxed it the way they did. I get everything about it. It's just you still failed. Like, getting 40% right on a test is still a failure, and you still failed the test. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's see if you guys can beat Wizards of the Coast. Leave down in the comments section your idea for what they should do. I've already said, you know, miniature figurines, because those are hot as hell in the Pokemon world. Maybe do like hard plastic or super thick, like 1/4-inch vinyl, like cards, you know, that you can use for counters. I mean, like an all tokens set, because you don't need tokens, but you kind of do need tokens. You know, they're usable. Hell, I know 2 people who specifically collect tokens. I mean, they could do all these different ideas that I could come up with off the cuff, but I want to see what you guys come up with. So what could they sell that's purely optional, but you know certain players would eat up and buy immediately for a reasonable price? And you know what? I'm going to jump to the conclusion right now that you guys already just beat Wizards, you know, brainstorming session. I bet there's better ideas down in the comment section right now than, well, first of all, this, and honestly, anything else they've come up with. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on more news and updates, spoilers, deck lists, everything. This ain't just the deck list channel. It's not just the gameplay channel. It's not just the news channel. I do it all because I need the ad revenues and the views. Speaking of that, you should go buy a shirt. My shirts are pretty funny. Check them out. Teespring link in the description. Also, I have the greatest Patreon reward tiers on the entire website, so check those out as well. I'll see you guys next video.